Hi, this is Roger from Jolly Roger Sailing with another video to help with our day skipper course. So today we're going to be looking at Tidal Heights. And the idea is we want to know what time there is particular amounts of water, or what is the amount of water in a particular time at a harbour of our choosing. So we're going to start with finding out what time high water. The three things you're going to need is a set of tide tables for the port in question. Okay, I'm using the training almanac today and I'm going to be looking at Namley. We're then going to need the standard port curve for Namley. It is found in your training almanacs. There it is. I tend to use laminates for my training, that's all. It doesn't make any difference which one you use. And something to write some notes down on. Okay, so I'm going to be looking today at the 26th of June, and I want to know what is the height of tide on the 26th of June at 1400 DST. So I'm going to look up June, there it is, and there's the 26th. So we can see there that the high water is at 12:37 and it is 3.8 meters. And the next low water is 0.4 meters, which means we have a range of 3.4. That's important to decide if it's going to be springs or neaps. More about that in a minute. Okay, so next bit, that is 12:37 UT. I'm going to now add on my hour, 13:37 DST. And I want to know, if you remember, what is the height of tide at 1600 DST. So I've done my collection of data. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go to my curve. Here's my curve. And the first thing I'm going to do is write on the time of high water along the bottom here. So high water was 13:37. So I'm going to write that in there. And then I'm going to work forward because I want to know what the height of tide is at 1600. So 13:37. 14:37, 15:37, 16:37. These are all DST. Okay. 17:37, and so on. Next bit, I'm going to take my high water height and my next low water height. Pick the ones that surround the time you want. So I'm going to mark 3.8 on this high water height along the top. On the bottom I'm going to write my low water height. And I'm going to join those together . I'm going to join those two marks together. and this gives us our range line for the day. Now on the bottom of our curve, if I just zoom in a little bit, each of these little divisions is 10 minutes. Okay, so each division is 10 minutes. So I want 1600. Well, that's 1637, 27, 17, 07. 10 minutes back from that would be 1557. So I'm going to say it's just between those two. Don't worry about the odd 2 or 3 minutes. It is, after all, only a prediction. The next thing I'm going to do, from the mark I've made on the bottom here, then I'm going to, as straight as possible, draw up to the line. Now you will notice on one side we've got a blue line for neeps, only a red line on this side. Our range was 3.4 today, well 3.6 is springs. So if I'd been on this side, I'd be using the red line, not the blue. Let's now draw up to our curve, like so. I'm then going to draw across, again trying to line up, keep your ruler as parallel as possible, across to our range line for the day, and then up or down to the high water, low water heights lines on the top. So this tells me on the 26th of June at 1600 we had 2.2 meters of water in Namley. Now you can use this graph now to go the other way if you want. So using a different colour, I get my blue pen out. What time in that evening was there 3 meters of water? So I'm going to go to my 3 meters line here, or my 3 meter mark, and I'm going to draw down to my range line. I'm then going to draw across, keeping it as straight as possible to the falling limb of the curve. There it is. And then I'm going to draw down from the curve. It's almost on that thick line, so that's great. So down we go. So it's half an hour after 14:37, 10, 20, 30, 14:37, sorry, 10, 20, 30. So that's going to be 15:07 equals 3 meters of water. And that's how you use a tidal curve.